Let's talk about the lie no one tells you when divorcing a narcissist. Winning your marital award does not mean the war is over.
So is this happening to you? Well, stay tuned because we're going to tell you exactly how to handle this. So the divorce is final and the settlement has been awarded. You feel relief. Then, no payments, delays, excuses, and then silence.
A narcissist doesn't fear court orders. Right. They fear consequences, but only if you enforce them. We're John and Melissa, and we're both narcissistic abuse survivors, and we've both gone through horrible divorces for narcissists. Right. It's one of the reasons I became a divorce coach, so I can help clients facing this same dilemma.
Right. So let's ask this question. Why doesn't a court order stop a narcissist?
A court order antagonizes them. They feel like they've lost. So it's like an injury to them. Their ego is bruised. Right. So like we said, they don't fear the court order. It's a way to continue to control you, to intimidate you, to exhaust you, to make you give up.
By ignoring the court order.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're not going to just, normal people fear court orders.
Right.
They fear the law, not a narcissist. They look at it as a challenge, sadly. And if you don't understand what you can do to challenge this, you basically feel as desperate as you were when you were with them before you got a divorce.
Right. So let's talk about this. What are the most common types of delay tactics that narcissists use, just so we know when we see them?
Oh gosh, my attorney's reviewing it. I'll get back with you. I never got that order. I'm thinking about switching jobs, so I'm going to make less money. So you're going to get less.
Or I lost my job.
Oh yeah, I lost my job. Anything they can do. Oh, what about hiding assets? All of a sudden, the documents show you had this money in your joint account, and now all of a sudden the money's gone. Moving money to family members.
Right.
They will do absolutely anything not to give you your fair settlement. They don't care.
Right.
So it makes it very challenging for people who are faced with this, who, like John said, you're divorced, you've got your settlement, and then nothing. The court is really good about ordering somebody to pay. They're not collectors. They're not good about enforcing it unless you take those matters into your own hands.
Right. And that's unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate.
Yeah. Because I know that you had to go through that as well.
Yeah.
Melissa had a horrible divorce that lasted 3 years and no kids. I mean, it should not have been that way, but his delay tactics just through the divorce process were unbelievable. He went through 5 different attorneys, and every time a new attorney was hired, then they need 60 days to get up to speed, so everything's delayed.
And the sad part is a narcissist, their lies. So they lie to their attorneys, and unless the attorney really can see through the lies, or there's fraud, in the case of mine, which he got fired from several attorneys, or they don't pay them, you could have a bullying opposing counsel. So you are not only being bullied and intimidated by the narcissist, but you're being bullied and intimidated by their attorney.
Right.
And that makes things very, very scary.
Right.
Like John said, we have clients now that are going through this. One in particular who her divorce was final 9 months ago. She was awarded a large settlement.
Right.
She has yet to collect one dime. Her attorney even had to resign because she couldn't pay the attorney's fees. So she's had to proceed pro se, which is representing yourself, which you can do. But it makes it very scary, especially if you don't know the logistics. You don't know. Yes, you don't know how to maneuver your way through the court system, understanding what you can do, what you can't do.
And we see that more often than not because they don't get the judgment that they were awarded. They can't pay their attorney. And guess what?
They can't pay their bills.
Yeah, when you don't pay the attorney, then they're not going to represent you and trying to collect the money, which
Right.
seems really...
And it's sad because the narcissist has the money, so they have money to pay their attorney.
Right.
But you are desperate now and have no money. This is all tactics on their part because they want you to be afraid. They want you to be intimidated. They want you to be exhausted. They want you to give up. But if you give up, then you are going to be exactly where you are right now. And it can harm not just you, but your children if you were awarded child support, which is a completely different situation.
Yeah, so let's talk about this. Someone, they've had their award. They're not being able to collect. They don't have their attorney anymore, which happens more often than not.
Yeah.
And
can't pay the
so
bill.
what can someone do in this situation?
Well, child support is different from alimony and other marital settlements. The court doesn't play around with child support.
No.
I mean, you actually can go back to them. They can file garnishments against your ex. You can actually put them in jail. Mine had to go to jail because he would not pay. And I've had clients say, well, if I put him in jail, then he's going to lose his job and he won't be able to pay. Well, he's not paying. So he's free, or she's free, and they have their money. They're not paying what has been rightly awarded to you. So you're not able to take care of your children the way you're supposed to be. And they're doing whatever they want with their money. So you have to make a decision, a selfish one, to choose yourself and your children. And you might have to go to those extremes because if they're threatened with being arrested, they will most likely pay.
Yeah,
most people don't want to go to jail.
They'll find that money. If they're
Yeah,
going to jail,
yeah.
they're like, oh my gosh, hey mom or dad
Yeah.
or son or whoever.
They just don't think you're
They're
gonna
going to
do
borrow
it.
the money to get it paid.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So let's talk about a lump sum award or alimony.
Because that's different.
Yeah.
That requires contempt of court. So if you have an attorney and you're not getting your awards, then definitely go back to them, because contempt of court means they have to go back in front of that same judge and explain why they're not paying what you were rightly awarded.
Right.
I had to file a judgment against mine. Now, because I have a restraining order, I don't see him, but I know if he tries to buy something and use a social security number, then he has to deal with the judgment that I filed against him because of the award he did not pay.
Right.
We even have a client who she's pro se now because she hasn't gotten her award.
Let's talk about that, okay?
Yeah.
So if someone still has an attorney, they can get their attorney
To file
these
contempt.
contempt charges
Yes,
and things like
yes.
that. However, a lot of times we see if someone doesn't get their award and is not getting their alimony, they can't pay their attorney anymore, or what they're owed.
Yeah.
So guess what? They don't have representation anymore, so they have to go pro se. So
Right. And pro se means self-represented.
Right.
And so you can file contempt charges for lack of payment of marital awards without an attorney. You can do it pro se. A lot of our clients come to me because they don't know what to do. They've
Right.
lost their attorney. So that's where the divorce coaching comes into play, the logistics, understanding the law, what you can do, what you can't do. Filing a lien on someone's house, you can't just arbitrarily do that. You've got to challenge the award for non-payment. You've got to file contempt charges. So then you can protect yourself by filing a lis pendens against the marital home so they don't sell it and use that money and still not pay you.
Right, and you've been able to do that in certain situations, and it's been very, very helpful because all of a sudden,
well, they realize that you are fighting back,
Yeah.
that they are going to have to go back to court. They are going to have to face that judge as to why they're not paying. And so it's when you lose your attorney, things are not hopeless.
Right.
You can also try legal aid. A lot of people don't realize that legal aid is more than just criminal representation. You actually can use this by going to your family crisis center, domestic violence center. They have great relationships with legal aid. We have attorneys that have been able to get attorneys to represent them, especially for non-payment of marital awards, for free of charge because they haven't gotten their money yet. So, or you can do it pro se. I walk many people through the steps on just, like I said, logistics, understanding what to do, what you can't do, what you can do, and basically holding the narcissist accountable, because like we said, they don't fear consequences if they're not enforced.
Right. You've helped so many clients that have representation, but also a lot that don't have representation. So if you're in a situation where you just kind of feel lost right now, you don't know what to do, you're frustrated and you're struggling because you're not getting what you were awarded, please, in the comments below, just enter the word coach. I want to send you the information about divorce coaching with Melissa. She is amazing. Has helped so many women get what they actually, and men, get what they deserve. And so she can help you with that too. So please just put the word in there, and we'll get you some information on how to book a call with Melissa, and we'll put a discount code in there for you as well. Let's talk about your book.
Yeah, I actually wrote this book, Divorcing the Devil, and that's what it feels like. But it is a Divorcing a Narcissist Bible. It has not only how to prepare for the divorce, but what to do throughout the process and even beyond if you get into this type of situation. You can get it on Amazon, very inexpensive. You can read it for free on Kindle.
Right.
We'll put the link in the comments below. But it is at least knowledge, because knowledge is gold. You don't know what you don't know. And if your narcissist is trying to intimidate you, threaten you, make you fear, and then you're not getting what you deserve, that is the way it's going to stay unless you do something about it. And sometimes it's very scary to have to take that step.
You have to fight back.
Yeah, because normal people fear the law. A narcissist doesn't. So knowing your rights and what to do and how to go about it is knowledge. And we would love to help you with that, because so many people, I can't even imagine what would have happened to them had they not reached out. At least, hey, this is what I'm going through. What do you recommend? It gives you your strength back. It gives you your power back. And sometimes that's all it takes is that little gentle nudge, and you are ready to
off to the races.
Yes,
right?
You're ready to fight that battle, because it's not just for you, but it could be for your children, your family, your future. And that's what we want to help you with.
Right.
So we're so happy that you tuned in today. Thank you for following us.
Well, let's talk about this a little. This channel is growing so fast, and it's really because of y'all.
Absolutely.
I think you found somewhere where you can get good information. So in the comments below, if there's a topic that you really would like for us to discuss on an upcoming podcast, please leave the information there. We're in the comments every single day.
Co-parenting with a narcissist.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's difficult.
Leave any kind of topic that you'd like to hear more about. If you have any questions for us, please leave it there. Again, use that word coach if you want more information about divorce coaching with Melissa. Now, in the description below, I'm going to put the link in there, but also the link for Melissa's book, Divorcing the Devil. It is awesome to help you through this situation as well. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, would you please do so? And if you found this video insightful and helpful, would you please like it?
And share it with somebody that might be going through this too. We appreciate it, and we can't wait to see you on the next episode of Warrior Talk.
Stay safe.